really tough right now, actually, the situation and all. We all are coping up, trying to cope up, and I hope that we all can really get over it very soon, probably.
This is Purnima representing Envie magazines. So today we are having a conversation with Manila Pradhan. She is an Indian model, and also she is best known by being the winner of MTV Supermodel of the Year 2019. So Manila, how are you? How is the lockdown treating you?
First of all, thank you so much for having me. And hi, Purnima. Hi, everyone from Envie magazine. And yes, the lockdown is really tough right now, actually, the situation and all. We all are coping up, trying to cope up, and I hope that we all can really get over it very soon, properly.
Okay. So how has your journey been? What have been your struggles, and how did you find a way to the modeling industry?
Um, okay, so let me start like this. I have done my bachelor's in pharmacy, and modeling was not my forte, actually, I can say. So I was about to get into this field of pharmacy, but then somehow, like, a voice in me told that you should try, like, what you have always been wanting to do since small. So after that, it was really difficult to convince my parents to actually shift my profession altogether. So it took a lot of time. I hope that most of the viewers and people also do face the same critical stage at certain point of their time in their life. So after that, tried to convince my parents, and it took me a lot of time. So after all, they are parents and they got convinced, and then I moved to Mumbai. So I started pursuing acting, and I did join an acting institute there. I did a diploma course. So after that, I again did theater, and I was giving auditions after that. So I got in touch with one of the agency from Mumbai itself, and they told me about the supermodel. Like, there is an audition going on, and if you are really interested, you can go on for auditions and check it out for yourself. So likewise, this is how I got into supermodel.
That's great. And from pharmacy to modeling, how that's one thing that people don't know about you. What do you have to say about it?
Um, I don't know, actually, like, even it's kind of a roller coaster ride for me, because I always had a dream in me since I was a little girl. Like, I wanted to be kind of a, like, I was really fashionable, to be honest. My parents used to say that, and I love wearing clothes and all, and then looking into the mirror, like, every time. And sorry because of the background sound, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So it was really, it was a blessing in disguise, I can say, actually. So though pharmacy has always been an integral part in me, but somehow I managed to move into this modeling, and it is really nice, amazing, actually.
That's great. And how did you convince your parents?
So because no one from my family members are really into this career, so it was really difficult for me to make them, like, say that, okay, this is something I want to choose, or I want to do, I want to see what it has in store for me. So they didn't really understand, I can say. Even if I tried to make them understand, it was really hard or difficult for them to, because both my parents are in a government job, and they are doing a government job, and all my family members are doing the same. So it was somehow, like I said, it took me around months and months for me to convince them. But at last, like, they are parents, of course, they accepted and said, like, okay.
Yeah, right. And how was your initial experience in the show, MTV Supermodel of the Year?
The initial, in the sense, when I first joined this show,
Yeah, yeah.
the first. Okay, so let me tell you how it started. Um, I was coming back from my theater class, and I had already given my auditions by then. And I thought, like, I would not get selected because there were many. I thought like there were many girls who like looked very beautiful, and they were very like beautiful, to be honest. And so I thought like, okay, my hopes were very low after that. And after I was back from my this theater class, I was on the way back home. So then I got a call around 10 p.m., I guess. And they told me like, okay, hello, is this Manila? And yes, I want to say something like, you are locked up for the show. And it was around 10 p.m. And they gave me a list of all the items and accessories that I had to carry with me then. So, the funny thing is, I didn't have most of the accessories and the clothes and the items that they had provided me with. Like, I was completely lost. And even if I had to go out to buy and everything, most of the shops and everything were closed by then. So somehow I managed to carry on whatever I had with me. And I packed my bag. And I asked them also, like, oh, sorry, I asked them before that, like, when is the show starting? So they said, like, you have to be in a venue tomorrow by 8 a.m., I guess. And the show is starting like after that. So it was something like that, how it started.
Oh God, it must be a chaos for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't belong to the modeling background. What hurdles did you face in the show?
Uh, okay. So yes, I'm since I'm not from modeling background, like you said, I didn't have much knowledge about modeling,
Hmm.
and I'm still learning. I'm still learning though. And the thing was, I didn't have like major kind of problem, but the thing was, most of my people, my friends from there were already well established models. They were modeling, they were getting jobs in modeling field. And the way how to pose and the ramp walk where we had to perform, even those kind of this one the performance was there, like walking the ramp and everything. And that was something I didn't know how to. So I think I faced a little difficulty in projecting myself there.
And what inspired you to become a model?
What inspired me? I think it's just my willpower, I guess, because I had shifted my whole career from pharmacy to this field.
Hmm.
And I used to tell myself every time when I used to be down there in Mumbai, like, you are responsible for yourself and what you will be doing hereafter.
Yeah,
So I
right.
think that is the kind of inspiration I got it for myself.
That's great. And which task did you enjoy the most?
So I think the first task was something very breathtaking for me because I'm really scared of heights and all. So the very first task was from the ropeway that we had
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
sit on the
I've seen the
chair
whole
with
show,
our
yeah.
laptop. Oh, with our laptop in our hand. Yeah, that was very daring, but I enjoyed that.
And what was the best and the worst experience in the show?
Best and the worst. Um, Okay, let me start from. I can't call it a worst, but it is because of my own performance, I can say, because I was rejected in one of the boot camp.
Hmm.
It was a swimming pool task where we had to go underground, underwater, like
It's
shoot
very difficult.
and
Yeah.
all. That was something I couldn't make it. Yeah,
Hmm.
I should have given a little more, like, but I couldn't do that. And the good one was, of course, me winning the show. It was really beautiful moment
And
there.
how about the music video you did? You slayed in that music video.
Oh, you watched that? Thank you
I
so much.
watched the whole show. And
Oh, thank you so much.
and what do you have to say about the judges, Malaika, Arora, Milind, and Masaba, and also the mentors, Anusha and Ujwala?
Um, they all are very. Down to earth, actually. Um, Malaika ma'am has always like Malaika ma'am and Ujala ma'am. They were they not sorry not where they already are like very much beautiful and stunning human being. But the way they actually taught was they used to like shout at the people and models and all. But at the end of the time, their words really helped in boosting our energies and all. They all are really humble and down to earth. I really enjoyed working with them.
And how about Anusha and Milind? And obviously Masaba.
I really like Masawa ma'am's designs and all, the dresses and all that she really, it's really authentic, it's really beautiful, and she's really sweet. And Milan sir is also really good. He's really nice.
And what do
And
you have to
Anusha ma'am,
tell? Yeah, Anusha ma'am.
yeah, even she's really like, she's really sweet, Anusha ma'am.
And what do you have to tell to people who discouraged you in the show?
Sorry, like in the show, I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
who discouraged you in general?
Okay. So I don't think I have to say anything to people who discouraged me, or I would like to say to everyone, like even people who like, try to discourage or put someone down in their real life also. You don't have to say anything to them. You just have to be focused in your work. That's what I believe in. And your work will tell you. And you don't have to say anything.
And how was the feeling? What was the first thing you wanted to do when you won the show?
So after I won the show, I called my mom. So, of course, I didn't think like the last moment was very like, it was something it was a do or die situation, like the last moment. So when I was like, announced as the winner of the show, I wanted to call my parents and all. And soon after the show got over, I did call them, and my mom couldn't believe, and she was like, "Oh, really? You won the show?" and things like that. And yeah, it was
The way
really
you
nice
walked
because,
on,
like,
yeah, the
yeah,
way
yeah,
you
yeah. Please
walked
tell
on the
me.
ram and you kind of put down your
Oh
dress.
yeah, flew my
It was
skirt.
so
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, thank
So,
you so much.
so you're
Yeah.
inclined towards theater and acting, right?
G.
Who do you want to
G.
be your first debut with?
Well, I haven't really thought of anything like that, but I haven't really thought anything like that. I just want to see like where this whole thing, like I just want to try my potential and caliber and see like where I reach.
Who's a role model in the Bollywood then?
Role model in Bollywood. I really like how calm and composed Amitabh sir is, Amitabh Bachchan sir. And I really look up to him. Like he is really smart, calm and composed. And even in this age, he is just brilliant. And acting and everything is super about him.
So, any message you want to give the girls who want to pursue modeling but they are not in the field of it?
Okay, so I would like to say that this modeling, like most people might think like modeling is a kind of career where it's very dicey, like people say. And to be honest, it is at a certain point of time. I just don't want to sugarcoat saying this and that. But the thing is, if your heart really says that you want to do this or want to pursue this, then you just have to go and let go of everything, because once you don't have any fear or you feel like you have got nothing to lose, I think then is when your growth starts. So if you are really interested in modeling, or not just modeling, in any field, like whatever it is, if you believe like you can, I think you really can after that, if you have faith in yourself.
That's something else you want to tell us, something, anything, any advice,
Okay,
any
so
suggestions,
okay, okay, advice, suggestion. All right.
anything at all.
Actually, I wanted to share a kind of a short story with you. When I first went out, because like I said, my parents were very skeptical about me moving out to Mumbai, like, unknown place and no one like I know there.
Mm.
And the thing is, when I had told them, like, Mom, like, look, like, I have to go, and something is like positive vibes are really calling me and things like that. So my mom said, okay, but take care of yourself. But then they came to drop me. Even mom and dad, they both came to drop me till airport, and we did stay in a hotel for a night. And next day was my this one flight for boarding. That night, what did they say me was like, Manila, look, are you really interested in going, or is it just your like, that you really want to go out? You still have a choice to go and not to go. And that was the toughest situation for me to choose. Like, tomorrow is my
Mm.
flight, and then I have to choose. So next day when I went, my mom did tell me, like, my eyes were filled with tears, because even I didn't know where I was heading towards. And my mom did tell me, like, Manila, I just want to tell you one thing. Like, in Hindi, she said, like, Manila, ja jile apni zindagi. She said this word. तो आजाद पंछी है जा जी ले अपनी जिंदगी. And I didn't turn back after that, because my eyes were filled with tears. And if I would have turned at that point of time, I knew like my parents would have called me or held me back. So I think most of the people don't know this about me, so I just wanted to share.
That's great. It must be a it must be so confusing going to the new city, and your parents are so emotional about it. Yeah, I get it. So any advice, any suggestions?
So advice, like, I don't think so I can advise anybody right now, but what I would like to say everyone is like, I had posted a post on Independence Day about acceptance. That is, we when we try to like be like somebody else, or it's what I mean to say is like we just have to accept ourselves for who we are, and I would like everyone to do that as well. And if it is done, then things would have been better for
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you so much, Malila. It was very nice having a conversation with you, and I was very excited personally because I've seen
Thank
the
you so
whole
much.
show and everything. I hope we reconnect again, and I hope you had fun too.
G. Thank you so much. Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
so much. Bye.
Thank you.